If you ever struggled with negotiating a car deal, in this video, I'm going to break it down, make it all easy, make it to where when you're going through this whole negotiation process, you don't talk too much, you don't ruin it. So I'm going to make this so easy and so simple. Let's go ahead and get into it. So look, you know me, I use my straight line method of selling, right? So I just got a couple of my parts of that here. Got the needs assessment here, we got the demo right here, and we got pricing. So negotiation happens where? In the pricing. It happens in the pricing. But let's go ahead and make this a little bit easier, because this is the way I like to do it, and it makes it a lot easier. So before we even get here, before we can get to the point where we're giving people numbers and everything like that, you need to start trial closing. Like, trial closing is one of the biggest helps that can make a deal go easy when you get here to the pricing part. If you don't trial close, you won't gauge where your customer at early on, so you can try to, fix it and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, we're in a new age. We're going to nip that in the bud. Everybody's not gonna buy on the first time. I'm not like one of these gurus that say, yeah, you're supposed to be closing every person that comes in front of you. You will. And if you do the right thing, you will. And you have some B-backs. Like, B-backs is a thing. Like, people actually do come back. But we're gonna go on percentage wise of people that actually do come back. It is very slim, unless you built value. So here we're going to go ahead and break this down, right? So we're talking about trial closing. So your needs assessment, you can ask them something about when you get the information. You're going to be like, where you want the vehicle to be titled and blah, blah, blah. Whose name do you want to be titled in? Like, different stuff like that, just to figure out and kind of gauge them. Little things you can throw out. We'll go in another video, start talking about different trial close methods, but just saying things like this can get you further along when you get to this negotiation, right? Even in the demo, you can ask somebody ready to take this vehicle home if, figures and everything are agreeable. You can ask them that, like different stuff like that will help you here, right? But for this case scenario now, those are ways that you can help yourself a lot earlier on to kind of gauge and kind of just help your situation. The more you know, the better, in my opinion. So if you trial close, and what's so wrong with asking them? A lot of people get scared to do that, but what's so wrong with asking them, are they ready to buy the vehicle? Like, not saying it just like that, but like say like, hey, yeah, if we get all figures and everything agreeable and get everything where you want it to be, what's wrong with that? I don't feel like nothing's wrong with that. But listen, you got 3 reasons that negotiation can mess up, right? Price, payment, or you. I'm gonna be real. Most of the time it's you. I'm just keep it real. Most of the times it's you. Because the reason I'm gonna emphasize you a lot is because you control the sale. And some salespeople let the customer control the sale. And I ain't gonna lie, when I first started, guys were doing the exact same thing. But that's not what you do. You do not want to let the customer control the sale. Because when they're coming to your house, essentially they're coming to your house. So why would you, when they're coming to your place of business, the way you know how to do it, why would you let them walk you through your house? Imagine somebody's coming inside your house and just start picking up stuff out the refrigerator. No, this is exactly what it is. It's a sale, but they're coming to your place. So you show them around. You say, this is what we're going to do. You're coming into my house, or we're going to plan this day out for you. So that's what you should do. And that can solve a lot of that issue. You won't have to walk them along the straight line. I'm trying to tell you, straight line, walk them on it. So what I mean by you, so you do this needs assessment, right? So this is my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. I feel like if you do your needs assessment right, price won't be a problem. I don't shoot the messenger, but I personally feel like if you do this right, if you do everything you're supposed to do in this needs assessment, you would have found out what kind of features they're looking for and all that, their budget. You would have found that out. This would have been a problem. Okay, payment. You should kind of figure that out. Where? Needs assessment. You should figure out what they're paying on their current car. If you figure out what they're paying on their current car, you know what they're comfortable with. You also can explain to them, hey, back then, if you bought your car in 2016, 2015, 2010, prices have went up. And you can kind of do a little car payment math with them as well to kind of just get them already geared up. So I feel like here in this needs assessment, a lot of this stuff can get figured out. All these 3 issues could get solved there. I mean, yes, you're not going to get every customer. You're not going to close every customer, but I don't want none of y'all losing deals because of you. Because we all have done it. Every salesperson would told you, yeah, like in the beginning, we definitely lost deals because of us and our incompetence and just not knowing how to do stuff. So basically, let me backtrack. You got to walk them down this straight line. They're coming into your place of business. You have to walk them down this straight line. And you need to just take your time. Take your time. Take your time. When you start negotiating with them, please take your time. When you go through all these steps, the meet and greet, the needs assessment, the demo, the pricing, and so just take your time. Just feel comfortable. Ask questions, ask some open-ended questions, figure out what's going on, figure out the right vehicle for them, figure out the color combination they want, show them that car, build the value, because also you see I wrote value here. A lot of this stuff, because this too, value. You haven't built value. People are going to object more when you don't build value. Next, they might still object about who knows what, but you could cure a lot of objections if you just build value. So you know your product, you're information specialist. You're supposed to know everything about your product. And if you do, you convey this to this person and you smile at them and you tell them like, hey, like you show them why, give them the reasons why you're better than the competition. I don't see how you would have a lot of these problems. But those are the key 3 reasons why something would mess up in negotiation. So if you already have a ballpark, you got it in their court. So like you already know, let's say they're paying $400 a month. You already know that. So when you go into the desk and try to get your deal written up, you can tell them this, hey, they're paying $400 a month on their current vehicle. They bought their vehicle last time. They put $4,000 or $5,000 down. Maybe we can show that option because they did it last time. Guess what? It's a good chance they'll do it again. So stuff like that gets you more set up to negotiate. Also, my key rule, when you get to this point, if you did everything right, if you're following me and you're doing everything right, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's one part of it. But this is what I want y'all to do. When y'all get to the point where y'all get these numbers out, you go over these numbers, you show them it, and then you be quiet and you let them talk. You don't need to keep talking, like, because if you start letting the anxiety and stuff get to you of being silent, just deal with the silent, get over that, and just be quiet, because they're going to start throwing things at you. And guess what? If you did this right, built value, did your job, which is your job to be a salesperson. This is your job. You're supposed to know what you're talking about now. If you don't, you need to do some more studying. But if you did your job, you would hit them with this. You earlier said. That's a powerful phrase in the sales world. You earlier said that you wanted a $450 payment. I got you at a $450 payment. What's holding you back? Because listen, with objections and stuff like this is not an objection training, guys. This is negotiation training. So that's 2 separate ones. I'm going to do one on that too. But when you're doing this, you want to be able to find the root cause and fix it. Have a conversation with them. Just have a conversation, guys. Stop looking at it as a back and forth. Just have a conversation. You can tell them, well, what's the problem now? You earlier said you wanted to be in this price range. You wanted this payment. You wanted all these things. And we're here. And also, you ask them, did you like the car? And they said, yes, I love the car. Okay, so what's really holding us back? And then you get to the root objection, and then you can work on fixing that. And sometimes, hey, they have to go, they actually do got to talk to the husband. They actually do got to talk to the wife. Sometimes it's actually that. Sometimes they're lying, and you got to deal with that too when it's that. But sometimes it's a new generation, man. I promise you, new generation. It's just a little different. You have to deal with these customers a little bit different. But you can figure out the root objection. I'm just trying to set y'all up for success. I'm not trying to set y'all up for failure. I don't want to send y'all nowhere that y'all not supposed to be going. So I'm trying to When you get to negotiation, I want y'all to do every one of these things. I want you to figure out if it's the price, payment, or you. And I'm just saying, most of the times it's probably you, because if you did your job, you wouldn't have the price or payment problem. It'll just be some external stuff. And if it's some external stuff, cool. Or if you're right in line, cool, close that deal. But that's my key breakdown to negotiation. You be quiet, let them talk, figure out the root objection. But most of the time, this method here, this will help you solve a lot of that. This will help you get to the root objection a lot quicker, because you're going to already have this shit done. The price and payment gonna be done. You just worried about the rest of it. Well, all right, y'all. I hope y'all learned something here. If y'all did, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We're dropping videos once a week here about sales and sales training and how to get better. We also have a Discord out here. It's called The Deal Room. It's a community where we talk about, different sales training. I do private one-on-ones. I do all that stuff in there, and it's actually pretty free. Like, we have a premium version, but it's free to all of you all. You all can go right in the description below and join my Discord if y'all want some more help or some one-on-ones or want to ask questions. It's Rashid here signing off. Peace. You all be safe.